What's up, everybody? Happy Monday. Hope all you're having a great day so far today. Getting into this episode of Beyond the Gates. Um, Derek and Ashley, I am so over them. I've been over them. And it was so funny. Shanice, Shanice is hilarious. Because I'm glad she clocked that shit. Because she was like, oh, so you lying about your legs or whatever movement in your legs. She lying about getting time off from work. So y'all just lying to each other. She said, "Oh, I thought y'all told each other everything." I agree with Shanice. Like Derek and Ashley are just so wrong for each other. They are just too wrong. And it's like Derek is such a fool. Like he's holding on to something that don't want to be held on to. Like Ashley has shown him a million times she doesn't really want to be with him. It's like, what more does she have to say or do to show you this? You know what I mean? Like every bit of her, like all of her actions are showing she don't really want this cat. Like she don't really want to be with him, and he refuses to acknowledge it. But Ashley was pissing me off. She was straight pissing me off because I felt like she kept trying to gaslight him. And she continues to play in his face, but he's being a dummy because he's allowing not only her to play in his face, but he's playing in his own face. I did agree with him, though. Ashley is the one who proposed. So why is it so hard to set a date when you're the one that asked him to marry you? You know what I mean? Like, you should be jumping up and down to set a wedding date. He even kept compromising. He was like, listen, whatever you want to do, we could do. It doesn't have to be super formal. He just ready to get married and start their lives. But I just feel like if you have to beg somebody to marry you, like, and they're the ones who proposed, and you got to jump through hoops and do all of this, why do you want to marry that person? Like, she really gaslit this man and tried to make him seem like the problem. Like, he's in the wrong for wanting to set a date. Partly, he was wrong for bringing Jacob and Naomi into it. Getting them to come to the hospital super quick just so he could, get them in on the whole wedding date selection and stuff. They shouldn't be a part of that. That's not their problem. That's between you and your fiance. You know what I'm saying? But Ashley, she knows she wrong. She definitely wrong for lying to him about not being able to get off of work or whatever. Come to find out, you can get off because Shanice was like, I asked her what date did she need off for the wedding. She hasn't gotten back to me about it yet. So y'all both lying to each other. Then he lying about movement in his legs. They wrong for each other. They definitely don't need to be together. There's so much nonsense going on with them, and she don't really want to be with him. That's just a safety net. Like, I'm just being for real. I really, at this point, I don't know what is it going to take for Derek to realize, dude, she don't want to marry you. She keeps trying to sit there and reassure him, oh, I do want to marry you or whatever, but I don't want to be, pressured into anything. How is he pressuring you? You proposed to him, dingbat. Hey, I just feel like once you put a ring on somebody's finger or once you get engaged, it shouldn't take a month, 2 months to set a date. It really shouldn't take that long when you really want to marry somebody. You know what I'm saying? Because if you really love somebody, really want to marry them, you wouldn't give a damn if y'all got married in the middle of y'all living room in PJs. You would not care. And even Derek told her, he was like, we could get married in a hospital. We could do it at Uptown. Shit, we can get married at Orphe Jeans. It don't matter. He was just ready to marry her. See, that's somebody that really wants to marry you. They don't care where you get married. He even told her, you could pick anywhere you want. Do anything you want. Dress code could be anything. Could be dressy casual. It don't matter to him. That's how serious he is. But I just wish he would wake up and just smell the caffeine. She don't want to marry you, bro. Move on. Like, I don't get why he can't move on. Like, is it the simple fact that he don't want Andre to have her? He don't want another dude to have her? Like, I don't get it. Like, you got a sense that she don't really want you. Like, she showed you that multiple times. Hell, a million times during the course of their relationship. She showed it. What is it gonna take? Like, damn, move on. So anyway, moving on from that. Jacob and Naomi. Lord. That man, Jacob, is so over it at this point. When she was talking about work, he was so uninterested in what she was talking about. That man basically said, this whole conversation is fucking boring me at this point. Because he felt like she's trying to avoid the issues in their marriage by talking about other things. And honestly, Naomi was like, she over it. She was like, I don't know what else to talk about. She said, but I'm sick of talking about the same damn thing. Like, they have not been right really since that whole pregnancy scare. Their whole marriage has just been on the low. And she don't know what to do about it, because she was like, I'm tired of talking about the same shit. He was like, well, we not resolving it or whatever. There is no resolving this. Honestly, I gotta say, there's no resolving it. And I respect the fact that Jacob is trying. Like, he's trying real hard to find some type of middle ground here, something that can get them back on track, you know? But I do feel like Naomi is being a witch. Like, her attitude towards him is sad. Like, her whole attitude towards that man is just, it's disgusting. Like, the way she gets angry at him. And he's really trying to fix this marriage, and she's just being a total witch. Like, very nonchalant, very cold, you know? It's like, damn. A part of me feel like deep down she's really trying to push him away, because she know that they can't get past this. She know it. And she's trying to say things, do things, be passive aggressive, all that type of stuff to get him angry enough, I think, to divorce her. But they do need to divorce, I feel, because I do feel like they genuinely love each other, but he wants children, you know? Yeah, he may have agreed with her in the beginning that, they would be good without a kid or whatever, but that was in the beginning. You know what I'm saying? People do have the right to change their mind. Jacob has the right to change his mind. Naomi has the right to not change her mind. They both are right in their own way. I don't feel like neither one is wrong. And that's just my honest opinion. I just feel like neither one are wrong for how they're feeling as far as this baby situation. And I just feel there's no getting around it. I just don't. There's no compromise there. You can't compromise. There's no middle ground. But Jacob is trying. I feel like he's trying his damnness to hold on to this marriage, because he really do love Naomi and don't want to let her go. But I feel Naomi, as much as she loved Jacob, she knows that this can't be fixed. And she keeps asking him, where do we go from here? And it just seemed like he didn't really have an answer, because you can't go anywhere from there. But the way she went off on Derek, telling him, oh, y'all got to get y'all stuff together and figure this out before you get married. Y'all need to be on the same page. I mean, she wasn't entirely wrong with what she was saying as far as them being on the same page about things. But I do agree with Jacob. I feel like Naomi was projecting because of what's going on between them. She was projecting that onto Ashley and Derek. She was wrong with how she went about it and her nasty attitude, but she wasn't entirely wrong. You do have to discuss these things. You do have to make sure this is what you really want, and your mind is not going to change about certain things later on. Like, you do have to get on the same page. But nobody knows what the future looks like. You might want something 1 minute and you might change your mind later. You're entitled to do that. But yeah, Jacob is trying. Jacob even offered marriage counseling, and Naomi was just super cold about it. She was like, I told you, I'm good. She was like, I don't need to be fixed. I don't need to change. I'm not going to change. Like, she was just so flip about it. But at some point, Jacob gonna have to pull that Band-Aid off and file for divorce. That's just how I feel, because I don't know, where do you go from here? Nowhere else to go. So anyway, moving on from that, I didn't really care for the Leslie Eva scenes today. I really didn't. Normally, I would be happy about a long lost child, getting to know their parent that they didn't know was their parent. I would normally be happy about that, because at least they're getting to know each other. But in this situation, I can't be happy about it because of the way it happened. And I hate that Eva and Leslie are sitting here romanticizing this situation between her and Ted. You know what I'm saying? Like it was some great love lost or whatever. That man was married when you met him. He was a married man, and she's making it sound like they had some fairy tale romance. Like, honey, you was humping somebody else's husband. And you sitting over here romanticizing the shit and glorifying it. Like, being somebody's second choice is not something to brag about. It's not something to be happy about. And she's really thrilled. You know, that Ted said nice things about her. This is the same man that called you a joke multiple times to your face. Basically said you're bottom shelf. Like, that's pretty much what he said about you. And now that he finally said some nice things about you, now you want to sit here and think that, oh, he coming around and he this, that, and the third. Yeah, after you done harassed the shit out that man. And you want to sit here, now she wants to sit here and reflect and talk about how she made revenge, you know, the focal point of her life. And, you know, she wished she hadn't have done that or whatever, made revenge such a major part of her life. Revenge on who? Like, because the problem is you're taking your revenge out on the Duprees when they literally had nothing to do with anything. Like, they had nothing to do with Ted not being with you or whatever. That man was married when you got with him. But she makes it sound like Nicole stole him from her or something, which is not the case. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's dumb. And I hate that Eva sits there and enables that crazy. And now you got Ted doing it. Like, Ted is basically enabling. You know, he's sitting there helping her romanticize the shit by saying, oh, she was so kind and she was a breath of fresh air when I met her and funny. And I'm like, Ted, this is why Ted is forever going to be trash to me. Because you saying all of this about her while you were married. Like, what a joke. And now she got so many regrets and stuff. I'm like, if you really want to change and be a better person, you wouldn't keep coming for the Duprees. Like, you wouldn't sit here and try to move into their neighborhood. Like, you would not try to move across the street from these people. You wouldn't keep popping up at their homes. Like, you keep popping up at Vernon and Anita house. You keep popping up at Nicole house. Unannounced, uninvited. You know what I'm saying? She ain't trying to change. And that's why I don't feel nothing for her or Eva. You know, I really don't. I don't feel bad for them because, oh, they, you know, they got the short end of the stick in life. And I don't feel bad for them. And I don't. Because y'all basically sitting here celebrating a hollow victory. Like you got one up. You know, now that you're getting closer to Ted and now Ted is starting to thaw when it comes to Leslie. It's just kind of disgusting to sit here and make it seem like they won something. When you really didn't win no prize. Because Ted ain't no damn prize. You can have him. Like, I'm just saying, that's not a prize. And now she wants to sit here talking about how she regret how she made Eva feel. Yeah, you packed her shit up in a fucking garbage bag and put her out. Like, you didn't even care the girl was sleeping in her vehicle. And the fact that Eva's so forgiving of that is crazy. Like, you must got some type of Stockholm syndrome or something, because that's weird. So anyway, moving on from that. I was hoping that Vernon wasn't no cheater. I started to think that that wasn't the case. And I'm still thinking that's not the case because, you know, besides him having these little secret phone calls and stuff, I think he planned a surprise for Anita. That's what I think it is, because he never gave off a vibe that he was a cheater. Like, he never gave that vibe. Because look how he is with Anita. He's sweet, loving. His attitude towards her has never changed. Usually there's signs when somebody's cheating on you. It's all in the attitude. You know what I'm saying? And plus, he's still horny for the lady. Even at their age. Like, that man still lusts after that woman. You know what I mean? Like, usually some husbands don't find themselves even, they don't be interested in sex with their wife as much. You know, especially when they got somebody else on the side. That man's, he crave his wife. So that's not the sign of a cheater to me, unless he's just good at acting or pretending. It was super funny though when she was at the piano and Vernon was trying to sing. He was way off pitch. Anita popped her eyes up so quick. She was like, "Yeah, don't do that." She was like, "Don't do that." I agree with Anita. Like, sir, don't sing. And the funny thing is, in real life, Clifton Davis can actually sing. So I love how he downplaying it, like, you know, because his character can't sing. And that's what I think it is. Because when he went to go see Sharon at the hotel, mind you, do I feel like he should be in a hotel with that woman? No. But I feel like he has to be so secretive, he can't risk anybody seeing him, you know, knowing what he's trying to do, because it might blow the surprise. But I think he definitely taking singing lessons. I think he's trying to surprise Anita at the Winterfest. Because Winterfest got Anita all up in arms. Like, she trying to plan this thing by herself. And she even told Vernon, she said, it's so much to do. She was like, trust, this is just the small things that I got to do. Like, this is the tip of the iceberg. She was like, it's just so much planning and X, Y, and Z. And she was like, she is so exhausted from doing this shit. So I'm glad Vernon called Laura and got her to help or whatever, because Laura is living for it. She was like, listen, I could do this type of shit in my sleep. Plus, she got a lot of free time on her hand because her and her boyfriend apparently are having issues in their relationship. I love how the Duprees treat Laura like family, you know, but I also love how Laura tries to keep things professional and she don't like to, you know, cross that line by telling them her personal business because she feels like that's a little inappropriate. But Anita wasn't trying to hear that. She was like, nope, tell me what's going on. She said, you family. Come on. So, you know, she having issues with her dude or whatever. And Anita basically told her, listen, just keep the communication open. The line of communication, keep that shit open. Keep communicating. Honestly, I want to see more of Laura. You know, I can't wait to see more of her because I'm really hoping that she gets some type of revenge on Leslie, probably through Eva. I wouldn't mind it. You know what I'm saying? Because if Eva getting close to Isaiah, I really hope Laura's pop up and snatch him. You know what I'm saying? Get some type of revenge against their ass. I'm just saying. But it was super funny when she looked at Anita's calendar. She looked at that calendar. She was like, this don't look like the calendar of a retired person. Because Anita be busy. Like, literally every day on her calendar is booked up with a doctor's appointments. Gotta call people. The Winterfest stuff that she got to do. I was like, damn, Anita be busy. And Laura was like, this the type of schedule that to keep a motherfucker exhausted. Like, I don't know how Anita put up with it. Like, how you do it. But you know what? Anita loves that type of stuff. Even though it's a lot to do, it keeps her busy. It keeps her active, you know, so she don't mind it. It's mostly like charity stuff. So I don't know how people do it. Listen, once I retire from somewhere, I'm retired. I ain't about to keep working. Like, even if it is like charity and stuff. I do some charity work, but it ain't gonna fill up my day. Absolutely not. But anyway, that was pretty much the whole episode. Hit the comment section, let me know what you all thought, and I will see you all later. Peace.